Forgot to add myself to the stream, guys. Thank you, wee Scottish Ma. Can you hear me now? Oh, too funny. Okay, well, you missed my superb intro. I'm not going to redo it. Damn it. Oh my gosh. Where is Summer? I want to know where Summer is. I want to know why she was posing and dancing in front of this stupid barrel that says for sale on it. Totally inappropriate. And I can't get it out of my head. I don't understand why others don't see the significance of that. I really, really don't. I don't think it's a coincidence whatsoever. I've said that a million times. I just can't get it out of my head. And a lot of it has to do with the song that's playing while she's dancing. Anyway, I don't know if you heard this part or not, but I would like to request prayers for Louisiana as they are now in the storm, like big time. It's category 4. It's scary. So they really need our prayers, and it's moving through. Well, y'all can look at where it's moving through, but I'm fortunate it's not going to hit me. We're on the coast in another state, but usually it does come barreling through here. So I'm thankful, but we do need to pray for Louisiana. I also heard that it's on the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, like 16 years or something, which was devastating, mainly because of the flooding that actually, yeah, I won't even get into that. That's a whole big another deal, but we do need to keep them in our prayers. Okay, so let me go through and say hi to everyone. And I'm going to scroll way back to the beginning here of people who are waiting. Cat's Eye, hello. I know that Kevin B was here very early on. I did give you a wrench, Kevin, so I need you to use it responsibly. Pretty much for my mods, anyone that has a wrench out there, I really want to allow for freedom of speech because I just am a big proponent of that. However, I'm not okay with bullying, and by bullying, I mean specifically name calling, like hatefulness. I don't mean argument. Like if you're arguing your point, I don't think that's problematic. And if someone feels like they're not being treated right, then they can let me know, or they can choose to leave. But that's basically where I stand on that. So if anyone's calling anybody ugly names, then they can F off. Okay. So Cat's Eye, hello, Lisa, hello, Kelly, Kato, how you doing? So good to see you. Haunted. Blessings to you, Stella. Yes. So good to see you. Sky Z, my darling. So wonderful to see you. Sharon Carter, blessings. Carrie Lawson, hi. Glad to have you. Missy B, so good to see you. Electric, one of my faves. Hello. Jackie, so good to have you. Sharon, another Sharon, wonderful to see you. Yes, I also can't wait for the interview room this evening. Caitlin, darling, I'm so glad you're here. Irene, wonderful to have you. Lindsay, wonderful to see you. Did I say your name correctly? Lindsay, did I get it? Kelly, I think I already said hi to you, but hi again. Carrie, hi again. Kelly, hi again. Rusty Blue, how you doing? And yes, hashtag find Summer Wells. And yes, we love you, Jeannie. All right, who else we got in here? Irene, blessings to you, darling. Meito, how you doing? Good to see you. Ray, wonderful to have you. Use your wrench wisely. Hi, Jency, blessings to you. We Scottish Ma, thank you for telling me about the volume. Diane Marie, blessings to you. Desiree, how did you get those accents on your letter E's? Great job. Beautiful, beautiful. Carrie, I think I said hello. Lady Pants, that's a wonderful name. Jose Carter Sr., how you doing? The Rose Life, my beautiful friend. How are you, darling? So good to see you always. Yes, me, Joe, I was muted. Oh gosh. Actually, technically I wasn't muted. I just hadn't added myself to the stream. I just thought maybe someone would take over for me. So, okay. Betty Joe, my girl. How you doing? Making sure I say hello to everyone. Zona, what's up? That's one of the questions that no one ever asked. Don, why were the boys home? Actually, I did ask that, so you should probably listen a little bit more. I've asked it numerous times, but I guess Don's not listening to me. Anywho, or Candace. Gosh, they should clean out their ears. What's up, Doreen? How you doing? Illyria, is that how you say your name? Please tell me. I need you to phonetically spell it out. I'm way back here. I need to catch up. Hi, Helen. How you doing? Hi from UK. Summer was for sale, in my opinion. It's what it seems like to me. And it makes me want to vomit all over this computer. But then I need another one, and ain't nobody got money for that. Okay. I think I've said hi to everyone. If I haven't, please speak up because I do not ever want to leave anyone out. That's just how I roll. Okay. It's just a thing. So here we have this girl, just in all of her innocence. Okay. And I know you guys have seen the pictures a million times. You've seen the video a million times. I get it. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but you know what? The horse ain't dead yet, evidently, because this just isn't talked about enough, in my opinion. So here's some of the lyrics that play while she's dancing in the rain in front of a bright red ass barrel that says "For Sale." Country girl ain't scared to get dirty. Covered in mud, still looks purty. Country girl, sweet as tea on the inside. Make her mad, she'll show you that rebel side. Okay? It just doesn't sit right with me at all. Not to mention, and I've said this before too, in the little video, she, to me, looks like she is being coached, because when she stops jumping up and down, she looks like what to do next. She does that several times in that video. So yeah, very disturbing. All right. What I want to do now is I'm going to show you just a few parts of the actual music video of that song. I'm not going to play the audio because I don't want to hear about it. Anytime you do that, you get a copyright, and they say, one time they took my whole dang video down and I had to delete that part of it. It's like so stupid. So anyway, I don't really know how that happens, but I'm not going to share the audio. Like I said, I'm just going to show, and I'm going to speed it up, and I'm only going to show a few seconds of it. Okay. But look at how and listen, country music is fun. Okay. And I will add, these are grown women that are dancing in this video. They're not little girls, but see, Candace has got Summer dancing to this grown woman song as a little girl. And it's just not cool. So here we go. Brace yourselves. Yep, rolling around in the mud. Wearing a bra, wearing booty shorts. And there's one little girl, but she's just being a little girl. But you see how, dancing around the cowboy, do. Catfish, horse riding. But there's that dancing around the guy again, getting dirty again. So you get my point, okay? Right? Do y'all get my point? Are you feeling me here?
So you get my point.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I what? Oh,
Right?
I gotta get rid of this.
Y'all get my point?
There. I don't even know why that's doing that. Okay. It's never sat right with us letting kids listen to provocative music. Yeah. But it's more than that for me. It's more than, oh, they let her listen to that music. No, they had her dance. Well, I don't know. Maybe she was playing around in the rain. But my point is, she's dancing in front of a freaking barrel that says for sale to a sexually provocative song. And then she goes missing 2 weeks later. And then you find out that her dad is a freaking SO, but not registered because he's never been charged. And then you find out that he has a bunch of people around him that are also offenders. And then you find out they're having, he's complaining about his car payment troubles. And then, it's over and over and over, all of the red flags. And it's just a little bit much for me. So that said, let me look at my little, next we're going to go to a channel called, the song is Country Girl, and it's by Brian Moffat. Country Girl, Brian Moffat. So you can certainly go check that out on your own. But it is on Candace's TikTok still to this day. Scottish Maw, thank you for bringing up that point, because that is one of the other aspects of this case that leads me to think that there was some sort of exchange going on. And frankly, and this is a disgusting possibility, and I don't want it to be true. But no matter how you look at this, a little girl has been missing for over 70 days, and we don't know where she is, and we don't know how she is. So nothing's good about it, okay? But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, in a very roundabout way, because it's uncomfortable to say, is that I think she may have been possibly trafficked on the regular. And I'm really, really sorry to say that. But I'm also going to share this video with you. This is in regard to human trafficking in the Tennessee area. Where is it? There it is. It's called The Truth Behind Child Sex Trafficking in Tennessee. Get your barf bags ready again. Let me do this. Apparently my internet thinks it's time to take a break now.
We thank you. Well, it's a tough topic to talk about, but it's an important one. You might be surprised to hear that the United States is actually ranked as one of the worst countries in the world for human trafficking.
Like every other violent crime, it's high everywhere across the country. Ashley Sharp breaks down the truth about what trafficking of children looks like in Tennessee.
Cindy, Casey, people want to know, does child sex trafficking happen here in our community? Well, the short answer is everywhere. But with trafficking, it's a lot more than meets the eye, and it's much and in the movies.
It is a huge problem. It's like any other violent crime. The thing is, this isn't obvious.
Of children is a sneaky crime. You may not even realize it happens in the the radar most of the time.
I'd say that it happens here just as much. It just looks a little bit different.
Grow Free Tennessee advocates for trafficking survivors right here. They argue that you'll find child sex trafficking anywhere there are vulnerabilities.
In more rural areas, and especially in East Tennessee, we see a lot of familial trafficking in disadvantaged areas, areas that there's a lot of drug addiction, poverty.
That means the most common way for children to be trafficked in Tennessee isn't through abduction or kidnapping. Overwhelming majority, it starts in the home or with someone they trust.
Movie style, I guess, abduction. That's an extremely small percent of what we see. Does it happen? Yes, right. But that's not usually our main issue.
The TBI looked into over 100 human trafficking incidents in 2019. They received over 700 tips to their hotline last year, and for 2020 so far, they've already received nearly 600.
Some of the red flags, it's unusually fearful or anxious or submissive. They're obviously being monitored or someone else.
Child sex trafficking is defined as soliciting a minor for sex, but meaning money is being made off the child. In Tennessee, human trafficking is the second fastest growing criminal industry, right behind drug trafficking. Across the country, every 2 minutes, a child is bought or sold for sex.
If they have some kind of vulnerability that a trafficker is able to take advantage of, they can very easily fall into that life.
Grow Free Tennessee says with a lot of misinformation and conspiracy about child trafficking spreading online, the focus needs to shift to the real problem.
Because you'll never be able to stop it if you don't.
Now, just for this year alone, only 2020, that organization, Grow Free Tennessee, has already had more than 130 human trafficking referrals here in East Tennessee. We're going to have much more information for you in our full story on WJHL.com, listing some of those red flags that you can look for to help be an advocate in our community for children who need a voice. Sydney, Casey.
Ashley, thank you so much. So much valuable information there. We will.
So there you have it. And thank you for bearing with me. I don't know if my internet was acting janky to all of you, but it was very messed up over here on my end. But yeah. So there's just, for me, there's too many things that point to the potential of this being a trafficking situation. And yes, I realize that it's all speculative, but it's sense-making speculation, if that's a thing. So Nurse Bev, we don't know if she was registered for school. We know that Don and Candace have said that she was registered for school. Has anyone heard from a school official? And furthermore, even if she was, okay, so they registered her for school. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be shocked if there was some trafficking going on a regular that turned into an abduction that was not part of the plan. But that's just what I think. Yeah, I think the school definitely would check up if she didn't show. Yeah, for sure. Then again, who knows what people would do? if they planned everything, then they would do everything to make it appear that everything was going to happen as normal with, let's get her registered for school, go to the doctor, all this and that. But then before school started, report her missing. Well, they're not going to check on her now because they know she's missing, right? But that's if it was all planned. I'm not saying it was. We're talking hypotheticals here. The next mind freaking blowing stuff that I'm going to get into has to do with Jackie Dobbs. And I'm like, what? Y'all may have already heard this before, or many of you, I don't know, but I hadn't. And I was like, what in the actual is going on here? So the original video, I believe, was put out by Kraken Cases, their little investigation of Jackie Dobbs. And I did put that in the description, but I'm also going to show, what's her name? Amanda's Vida. I don't know how you pronounce her name actually, but she's got this crazy phone call that we're about to listen to that is a butt dial, evidently, between Jackie Dobbs' wife and someone. Oh, it's so weird, you guys. It's so freaking weird. So I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to share the screen. Here
and they even tell her, if you don't, if you don't tell me why you sent me that, I'm gonna have to tell law enforcement, which is kind of, you would think that that's.
Right now, a lot of us need insurance that's simple and affordable. That's why we created Sidecar Health.
That's a little bit serious for what, for having accidentally butt dialed somebody, but you're going to have to listen to this recording because it's kind of insane. So here it goes. That at the very beginning, it sounds like something's going on that's not going on in the background. I'll give you just a fair warning to listen to the whole thing before. Yeah. Let me turn up my volume. I guess that would help. Just a fair warning to listen to the whole thing before. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. Get it together, Amanda. All right, let's go. All right, and good, don't it? Boy, that's look up good that night. You wrinkled that one. I said it makes me horny. I want to be horny. Who wants you that way? God makes me horny. Oh, yeah. He gave me you as a present. You might have given it back. You knew what to do with it. You might have given it back, honey. But you might have to do. That would make me horny. Lord, man. Dr. Rob. Go around for a little while.
Right, Nurse Bev. Say what? So it's hard to make out exactly what is being said there, but I definitely hear the word horny more than once. And I'm pretty sure I hear the word God. I'm going to play it again. It's weird as hell. and their voices are creepy. Oh my God, now she's bringing me the food. Well, we don't want you in here, Krabby. Oh, she just brought me a BLT, guys. It was nice. Now my dog wants to eat it, of course. Okay, sorry. So these people, Charlie, someone catch Charlie up. Y'all be coming in at different times, and I can't stop and retell. But I'm gonna play it again.
I'm going to have to tell law enforcement, which is kind of, you would think that that's a little bit serious for what, for having accidentally butt dialed somebody, but you're going to have to listen to this recording because it's kind of insane. So here it goes. And I will warn you that at the very beginning, it sounds like something's going on that's not going on in the background. I'll give you just a fair warning to listen to the whole thing before. Yeah. Let me turn up my volume. I guess that might help. Just a fair warning to listen to the whole thing before. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. Get it together, Amanda. All right, let's go. All right, and
I said it makes me horny. God wants me horny. Who wants you that way? God makes me horny. Oh, yeah. He gave me you as a person. You might have give it back. You knew what to do with it. You might have give it back, huh? But you might have to do. Back around. Here, go around for a little while.
that noise is a baby rattle. Is it, Kimmykins? Don't say that. So I'm going to play it one more time, okay? I'm going to keep it closer to the speaker this time. I didn't realize I was so far.
I said good. No, well, that's the way it looked up good that night. You ain't for that. I said it makes me horny. God wants me horny. Who wants you that way? God. God makes me horny. Oh, yeah. He gave me you as a present. You might have give it back. You knew what to do with it. You might have to give it back, huh? But you might have to do. You are that.
You are that. Is that right? Where you been all day? Honestly, it sounds like something from a horror film. It sounds like something from a horror film to me. And I didn't even know what to make of it. I sensed it crazy, and I was like, I don't know what to make of this. Honestly, Kimmykins, it doesn't sound normal, and he's very turned on by what she's saying. Either that's JD or she's cheating, which leads me to the next slide. Next slide, please. So of course she says that. Let's read her messages again. So it says, "You sent me a recording talking about God makes you horny. What is wrong with you? If you don't respond, I have to enforcement." She said, "Oh, sorry, I was joking with someone. Guess it butt dialed you. Please disregard. And then she said, very odd. And why the flower pick? Do you understand Jackie is the main suspect in an abduction? He hasn't taken this seriously at all. And then it says, the flowers are my 4 o'clocks I planted in my yard that remind me of my grandmother. And who are you asking me about an abduction? I planted them last year and glad to see them up. And then she says, JD, you commented on his post about his whereabouts. I live near the family of the missing child that was taken from the area, I'm sure it says, from Ben Hill Road, where he was squatting. So this is why I say, maybe it's JD or maybe it's somebody else, because she has since filed for divorce. This is thanks to a Facebook sleuth. This was filed August 2nd.
Say what? Say what?
Stamped by by recorder. It says right here on the 2nd day of August, but it also gives another date somewhere that says July. I don't remember where it says that, but it does say July somewhere. But yeah, his wife has since filed for divorce. Super sus.
So let me get this straight. There was an accidental recording sent, which we just listened to, where this old lady who sounds frankly like a grandmother, right? Legit grandmother. But then the words she's saying do not sound grandmother-ish. They sound creepy ass horror movie-ish. God, she says, has made her horny and given her this dude, who we presume is Jackie Dobbs, as a present. And he says, you might want to return it. I'm also going to say, I hear a child's voice in the background. I don't know what the child is saying, and I am not saying that it is or is not Summer, but I hear a child in the background. And I've heard people say that Jackie and whoever this woman is do not have any children. I don't know whether that's true either. What in the what is going on? And now she's filed for divorce. Help me understand. Let's get back to this.
I don't know if she was there. I don't know where she was, but I had heard that she was in Rogersville when this happened, that she was there too, but we don't, I can't prove anything. So she has since filed for divorce from Jackie D. And, I just wanted to, show a post. Oh crap, did I not post it? There's one where she tells him, maybe your new neighbors will like you better there. Maybe I didn't post it. Why wouldn't I, though? She says, my future home. Oh, this is him showing the property office as my future home. He'll maybe put a tiny home or storage container leaning toward a used camper if a good one can be found at a good price. If you are planning to live somewhere, you definitely have more of an idea than maybe a tiny home, maybe a storage container, or maybe a used camper that I've been looking for the whole time. Like, what? That made no sense to me. Here you go. It says, maybe your new neighbors will like you better. I don't know. I felt that this all had to be put together. He's not somebody that I know had anything to do with this. I'm just going to say that out right now. But I will say that people have been bringing him up since the beginning because he gives off weird vibes. The fact that he was posting nonstop on Facebook, kind of like Dawn, and then all of a sudden started answering questions that people were asking him as if he needed to give off answers, as if he needed to defend himself, and then he locked it all up. That is the same person wife butt dialed. Yeah. So I'm going to play the audio one more time before I end this. I don't want to, oh no, Monica, I don't want to drag this on too far. I do want to make this just a condensed video to put this out there. I don't want people to be upset that I'm rambling forever. But I did think that this was rather important to put together with Cracking Cases video. It finally gave me the yes, okay, I'm not the only one seeing all these things. They actually they're looking and they think this is all weird too. Maybe she should try locking her phone so her big old butt will be calling people. Exactly. And I've heard people have tried to message her about it, ask her about it, and she doesn't respond. So also, I wanted to make sure to say that this is an ongoing case. If you have any important information that hasn't been shared with TBI, because this has all been shared with TBI. If you have any important information that has not been shared with TBI, they are who you reach out to just to give information to, not myself. And again, this has all been shared already. So no need to go back and share it. Just a fair warning. Oh yes, shipping container homes are nice, but I don't think that's the kind of home he meant.
I said it makes me horny. God wants me horny. Who wants you that one? God makes me horny. Oh, yeah. He gave me to you as a present. You might have give it back. You knew what to do. You might have give it back. But you might have. You are right. Back around. Here, go around for a little while.
I don't know exactly what he says, but it's just very creepy. I am no way a prude, but for me, it's too out there. It makes me want to apologize to, yeah. It makes me, it's creepy. Hey, Dr. Devo Cherry, thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'm uncomfortable too. Super duper duper. You know what, Shelly? I tried to do the closed captioning on there and it wouldn't work, and I'm not sure what that was about. Yeah, I was totally. Yeah, I am eating my BLT, Kelly. So here's how Jackie changed his appearance. Now, granted, he put it on Facebook. So, like, who does that if they're truly trying to hide under the radar? I don't know. But it's just interesting. Frankly, he looks like a creeper to me in both of those, but that's just the vibe that I get. It doesn't mean anything. It's just the Libby vibe. And it tends to be correct, just saying. So I'm going to acknowledge, where did it go now? The one with the cat. Who's got a cat on their avatar? Discover True Crime. Okay. So Discover True Crime. Yes, I saw that you posted that twice. We all, I believe, know that that happened. And, you know, I agree with Tiffany Marie on this one. I think that Grandis should have realized as a grown woman who's been around the block 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12 times that this was going to leak. You know, I just think she should have been aware of that, being that she was conversing with a complete stranger over the internet. And at the end of the day, it's about finding Summer. It is not about being concerned about Grandis's feelings that she thought she had a friend to confide in. Sorry, not sorry. So that's how I feel on that. But I just wanted you to know that you weren't being ignored. But I do disagree. And it's okay. We can all disagree. Okay? Okay. It's all good. No one's calling anybody names, but we can disagree happily. All right. So I also wanted to share, I think she shows a picture of his truck, the back of his truck. But if it's not in this one, it might be in Kraken Cases. And I'm going to just show you. So here's the thing. I thought for a second, oh my gosh, like I almost was really, really freaking out and thinking that I better just go sign up for the FBI right now. Totally kidding, guys. I know you can't just go be like, yeah, I think I want to be in the FBI or whatever, because, you know, I can do stuff FBI-ish. No, totes kidding. But I really thought I found a link between Dobbs and Don, other than, I mean, they're already linked because Jackie was camping on his, you know, in his woods or whatever, on his mountain. And I don't know if it was on, you know, he was partially on, you know, the neighbor's line or whatever. The fact is, it was right by Don's house. We all know that. That's creepy AF because it was at the same freaking time that Summer went missing. Okay. So there's a link already. Oh, I do have a master's degree, but it's not in criminal justice or police officer school. Is that a thing? Oh, no, I forgot. They don't really have, you don't even have to go to, anyway, we're not going to get into all that. Okay. Here's my point. I'm going to find this truck because I'm going to tell you, I thought that his vehicle was parked at the Wells property. But then I realized that the vehicle that I saw on their property was there, like it's still there. Okay. So unless Dobbs gave him that truck, it's not actually a link. It's just weird. And I don't have license plates. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. But I do think that it's just a rabbit hole that I fell down and thought I was really some kind of detective specialty person at the time, and I wasn't. Okay. It happens. So I'm trying to see, was it her or was it Kraken Cases? And I just don't remember. My Minnesota is kicking in. Where'd it go? I'm looking for the truck. All right, well, first let me show you what I saw that made me flip my freaking lid on their property, which was, it should be in downloads. I have to talk while I do this. Don't judge me because it's not nice. Okay. Sharing screen. I can do it. Yes, I can. It's a window. Yes, it is. Okay, there. Share. All right. So this is the infamous summer dancing in, well, right here, it doesn't even look like it's raining, which is weird. Can you see rain when you do a screenshot? I don't know. Anyway, behind her is that vehicle there. Okay. Dobbs' wife lives in Georgia. Yes, I'm aware. And that's where the divorce declaration, or whatever the hell you call it, petition came out of. And also he was taking, he was staying at a super sus motel that has since been shut down for child abuse and all kinds of criminal activity. But this dude stayed there. So he felt right at home, apparently. Just saying. Just saying. So you see that vehicle behind sweet baby girl, right? Okay. So now I'm going to attempt to find where I saw that this is Mr. Dobbs' vehicle that he's been packing up. And I gotta look. Yeah, see, I don't think it was in Kraken Case's video now that I'm looking through that. I think it was in Amanda's Vita. How do you say her channel name, guys? I want to say it right because I don't want to be disrespectful. You feel me? All right, so I do think it's in hers. So let me scroll. Scroll, Libby, scroll. Libby, scroll. Girl, get it. Did you find it? Nope. Okay, let me give you Okay, so listen. I don't think it's green. I think it's blue. But it could just be nothing. I could be totally, is that a Ford Explorer is my question to you guys. Is that a Ford Explorer behind her? And I'm going to zoom in. If I could just actually zoom in right, that would be great. Because it just doesn't work when I'm on here. When I'm not on here, I can do amazing things. There. So yeah, I guess it could be a blue teal color. I don't know. Things with color on video and TikTok and things, you can make something that's, oh, are we just looking at nothing? I don't know what just happened. Not sure, but it could be a Ford Explorer. Not an Explorer? Okay. You think a Tahoe or a Suburban? Okay. So a lot of people know car types and makes and models and whatnots better than me. And I think, like I said, I do think I probably just fell down a rabbit hole because I was just all into this Jackie Dobbs stuff. And I saw his vehicle, and I was like, holy cannolis. Because then I was watching the little video of Summer dancing around again. I was like, excuse me? That just looks like the vehicle that Jackie Dobbs was putting all his shit in. And it really threw me for a loop. And it's probably just, oh, there we go. Okay. So Chevrolet. His definitely is a Chevy. And I'm going to show you. Here we go. Okay, so his is not a Ford Explorer either. It's a Chevy. Oh, Lord. I was just talking to my husband about like, I don't know cars at all, and I never have. I've never been a car person. I'm like Barbie doll and girly stuff. Not that cars can't be girly, but just anyway, I don't know cars is my point. All right, so here it is. Okay, so that it was parked in the driveway when Chris followed Candace up the property. Yes, I know. I've already stated that I've seen the truck in the video of Summer, but then I also realized that it's still on the property. So what I'm saying is I have no idea if it's anything at all. I don't know if it's the same truck. I just fell down a rabbit hole because I saw it and I had Jackie Dobbs on the brain and I was like, holy shit, is that same vehicle? But here it is. And the way that you see it on the property, on the Wells property, is a different angle. Okay, so what is he putting in? What is that bag? And then is he right by a sign that says no trespassing? I don't know, but he does have racks up there. What looks like a minivan? Okay. Yeah, they could be different colors. I'm just going to say again, you guys, I mean, go play with some filters and see how you can make something that is blue look closer to black or even closer to green by doing the different filters and just using different cameras or phones. You can't compare colors unless you're comparing a picture from the same exact day and time with the same piece of technology. You see what I'm saying? Is this hitting anybody here? You can't compare a picture that I took with my phone at 8 in the evening of a vehicle to what you took with your phone at 7 a.m. and think that you're going to get the same color. Okay. Who took this photo? Was it taken during the searches? I don't know. I do not know where this photo came from. The hatch looks blue. The body. Okay. You think it looks smaller? Why can't I share two screens? That makes me feel like screaming. That's an SUV, not a truck. Oh, Lippy, some people just use the, honey. Oh, God bless you for being technical. But I'm going to tell you something. All my children and grandchildren call SUVs and trucks. I usually say SUV when I'm talking about an SUV, but yeah, it's an SUV. Anyway, a lot of people just call them all trucks. I'm just saying. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, the point is it does look like a similar vehicle, but if that were the case, then why is Jackie using their vehicle? If that's what's happened. I don't know, you guys. I have no idea. I don't know. Is this registered to Jackie? Does anybody know that? Oh, Lippy, that's funny. And I'm a Yankee too, but I live in the South. So that could be. Doreen calls everything a car. I'm going to start calling my car a jet and see if that takes off. So anyway, when I looked at that, and then I saw that in that video with Summer, I was like, huh? What is going on here? And I went through this whole thing and my mind was blown. And then I started thinking about it more and I was like, probs not. So I didn't mean to cause confusion. It just was interesting to me, the possible connection. But it just kind of goes to show that when you think there's a connection with something, you start to see things that fit with that, right? I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but I think you all understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I still think that JD is sus AF. Don is sus AF. JD's soon-to-be ex-wife is creepy. And I also think I heard a child in the background in that butt aisle. So, I don't know. Everything added up together, like I said, leads me to think that there's trafficking involved. I am not emphatically saying that there is. Do not mistake my words, please. I'm basing it on all of the what's that called? Not speculative, but see, I can't wait till I call the FBI in a minute and tell them I'm about to join, because they're going to be like, y'all, Libby is on the way. Here we go. We're about to solve it all. Now my dog is hacking in the background because we all want to hear that. Are you okay, sweetie? Lily, are you okay? Yes? Okay, she's fine. Circumstantial. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Emre. Yes. Well, when I sign up for the FBI, I'm going to have to take Emre and Kevin with me as my mods. Okay. So we're all going to have to get hired like that. FBI people get mods, right? No? They should. Libby, Miss Marples. Miss Marples on the case. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to, every time the interview room has something coming up, I'm like, yes, okay. Yes. Because what is he going to drop tonight? Now we know there's more victims of DWs, and that's just strengthening Jeannie's case. So she's probably going to get justice, which I'm going to say, guess what? Doesn't take the pain away, but it helps a little bit. A little bit of justice goes a long way. Larissa, the people who are divorcing, I guess, is our boy Jackie and his wifey. Libby, I've missed a lot of this today. Definitely watching this again. Brian Ladd said this at the beginning. 2 men took Summer Wells, Tony Hammond, and another man. I'm looking at every angle. Yeah, and yep, I appreciate that. here's what I've been saying too is I don't know what Don's involvement is. I don't know what Candace or Grandis' involvement is, but I know that the way that they were and are living is extremely concerning and red flaggy as it can possibly get. And all of that leads me to believe that our little girl, our Summer, and that's what I'm calling her now. She's our Summer now. Because we all want her to be found and okay. No, I can't. Wait. Yeah, I can see the plate on the other pic, but it's very blurry. So this one is scratched off, not scratched off, but marked off so we can't see. And then the car on the Wells property, I can't even see if it says Chevrolet or anything on it. But Kevin B, yes, this one here, Jackie's, is a Chevrolet for sure. That's what I think too, Irene. I just do. I do. I just, the way that house looks, the shed, all of it, just all of it. If you put all of it out on there, on the paper, if you made a list of reasons to think that trafficking is a possibility, it's all there. So that's all I got, folks. That's all I got. It's sad, sad, sad. But please go check out True Crime. No, what's it? True Commentary. No, Crime Commentary. Is that what it is? Oh, crap. True Crime Commentary. That's their name. And I linked her channel in the description. And I also linked Andrea's Vida. And I did mention Kraken cases. I didn't actually show any of their footage, but they did do a very, pretty deep dive onto Jackie. So I recommend checking that out. I hope you've seen this ticker going across the bottom, that if you want to, please consider donating to the reward fund to find Summer Wells. Do not call the TBI for this situation. The woman who got the information has already called it in. And we're not hearing it firsthand. So really, unless you hear something or see something firsthand, you really shouldn't be bothering the TBI. Just saying. Okay. Yeah, it's blurry. I know. Okay, Nita. I sure will, darling. Is that even the right one? Let's see. No. Can we move around? No. Oh, where the heck did it go? It's a download. All right, there it is. Do FBI agents get like a tech person to assist them too? Because I'm going to need that as well. Okay. All right, so you can see the license plate, but I was trying to get over there to the right to try to see if I could see the name, the make of the car, the make and model of the car, but I can't. Jax, what is wrong? Do you want to go back inside, honey? Huh? What do you want? Why are you crying at me? Come on, go inside. They always do this, you guys. They beg and cry to come outside because I'm outside, and then they get too freaking hot and they want to go back inside 20 minutes later or even less. Oh, yes, that's excellent, Libby. That's what I need. Okay, you think it's bigger? I mean, I don't know how you can tell stuff like that, but extremely dysfunctional environment for children to be around. Never mind, live in that double bed in Summer's room. Girl, everything about that room. Stop. I mean, here we take the secret staircase. What? We take the secret staircase, super narrow, in the dark, down here, and then we got the window covered up too. And then we got a sketchy looking mattress on the floor to the left. And then we got some kind of cheesy Girls Go Wild TV show playing. Then you look to the right and you see some prison looking bunk beds. No, stop. No. Dungeon. Okay. Thank you, Doreen. No, I would never go in there either. And the scary video collection. Okay, see you later, Full Tilt Boogie. Oh no, the weather is scary, you guys. Keep Louisiana in your prayers. Is she in Louisiana? What's Huma? I don't know where that is. If you send me an email if you want. My email's on my page, but it's LibbyStar for the missing at Gmail. Okay, he's my number one in Tennessee, around 38 miles from that area, and believe me, it's a drug-infested, crazy area. Who's your number one? Sus? Jackie Dobbs or Don? Or somebody else? I haven't seen the damage. I'm scared. I haven't. Scottish Ma is hilarious. I couldn't get down the stairs. I'm a wee fat blob. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Betty Jo. So, Betty Jo, he said this one is or Jackie's? And does he think they're the same vehicle? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So, that's what we believe. Well, I shouldn't say we. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. So at first I thought, okay, listen, this is my speculative opinion. And I already said it, but I'm going to say it one more time before I go. I think that she was being exchanged for a while. And I believe that was going to happen again that afternoon. And I think it turned into something more permanent. Whether that part was planned, I don't know. That's what I think. Okay. That being said, I love you all. Take care of one another. Take care of your families. Watch your children, love your children, but not in a creepy ass way like some people do. And keep them safe. Believe them when they tell you that someone is being creepy. And I will see you tonight at the interview room.